Okay, so the Washington Wizards just got their first win post deadline and are now 1-1 with K Mitty, and K Mitty leading them with the best plus minus on the team. Some of the best defense the Wizards have seen all season from a player. K Mitty delivers, and the Wizards get the win. And so the Wizards now have their 10th win of the season. So they move up to 10-47. So they were 9-46 without K Mitty. They're now 1-1 with him. And so now they are, let's see, they are going to be, I believe, 12 games back of the 10 seed. The Bulls are now at the 10 seed, and there's about 26 games left of the season. So it's basically going to have to be like 23 of the last 26 wins or games are going to have to be W's for the Wizards, most likely. But all I know is you cannot count out this mini man in the performance he delivered today. If he keeps playing like this, which I know he will, he's only going to get better. There's a chance because even outside of K Mini, they do have a little bit going on out there at DC. You know, you've got Pool Party who's still there. You've got Bilal Coulibaly who's on the rise. Pool Party running the show. Keyshawn George, who's defensively been better than I expected, but I didn't really watch much Wizards basketball. I didn't think of him as a defender, but he scraps a little on that side. 3 steals. Not a little. He scraps a lot. 3 steals, 3 blocks. So been very impressed with him the first couple games I've been watching of these Wizards. And overall, there's definitely a lot to like about this young Wizard squad. The only thing is, I think these veterans are very much needed because these young guys, I think, still kind of led by Jordan Poole. I like Jordan Poole. I like him a lot. I like Pool Party a lot. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think he should ever be a leader of a team, like the leader, because I do think him being the best player kind of creates a culture of like, oh, I'm here to get mine. Because he's more of like a guy that's suited to be like just a guy that go gets buckets, like a 6 man or just, a great number 2 to a guy that's more of a well-rounded a player. But when he's like the leader of your franchise, it kind of creates a culture, I think, of like guys all trying to get theirs. And so that's a little bit of the problem with this young team right now. Still young guys trying to make a name for themselves. And K Mitty's just going in there, going to take the least shots out of anybody besides the center in the starting 5, but just lead them with the most assists on the team and the highest plus minus on the team, meaning they won by more when he was out there than when anybody else was out there. And so, there was just a win against the Nets today. Nothing crazy. The measly Nets, and it was still a close game. So this season, I'm not going to get my hopes up too high. I just know that you can never count out K Mitty to get this team into the play-in game. But I will say with Marcus Smart and K Mitty there's definitely a little bit of motion going on. Marcus Smart was playing some defense as well, and 4 of 6 from the field for him. And so I've got to start to think, like, with this Wizards team, are we going to start to think, let's go get a championship in 2026? And I don't know. I just feel like they have so many guys at their disposal that this offseason, maybe just call up Phoenix and say, let's bring this boy Kevin home. Let's bring Kevin Durant home, grown man at this point. And Phoenix, I know you're starving for assets now with everything you gave up to go get Kevin Durant, and you're starving for depth and defense. Well, we got you with that. Marcus Smart, we'll send him out here, and we're replenishing his image here in DC. He's starting to play some good defense here. Corey Kispert, just a very good role player that's going to knock down threes for you off ball. Bub Carrington, very nice young player. AJ Johnson, another young flyer. Rashawn Holmes kind of hold it down in the middle, and then you've got these young assets that you could turn into other role players that you might want right now. So you could, flip AJ Johnson or even Bub Carrington if you'd like. And so then for the Wizards next year, you could be talking about Pool Party at the 1, K Mitty at the 2, Kevin Durant at the 3, or K Mitty at the 2, yeah, KD I guess at the 3, Bilal at the 4, or KD at the 3. Bilal at the 3, KD at the 4, and then you could be talking about Sar at the 5. Then you still have Keyshawn George off the bench, and then you've got room to go get free agents as well. I'm just saying, you have so many pieces here that might not be the worst idea to go take a swing at Kevin Durant if you could still hold on to Bilal Coulibaly, Alex Sarr, and Keyshawn George. But that's just my thoughts. I think if you get K Mitty, Pool Party, and KD in DC, come playoff time, you're going to have a shot to take down anybody in the league, and then you'll still have your future available. But as of right now, this Wizards team, is just a young, frisky team that I think is getting the guys in there that's going to help them learn how to actually win basketball games and do the things that's needed, like Chris Middleton did, stepping up, guarding Cam Johnson, playing defense all around, distributing the balls. There, he's getting doubled off screens, having beautiful passes between double teams. Marcus Smart taking charges. I think both those guys, obviously, K Mitty over anybody, but both those guys I think helped start to bring signs of a winning culture to Washington that desperately, desperately needs it right now. But let me know what you all think. Drop a comment, hit that like, and subscribe, only if you're the biggest Chris Middleton fan in the world.